Peace, peace. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Run the likes up. We live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We got breaking news. The inmates go crazy where Diddy is housed at. All right. We're going to go into the intro. We're going to get into it. Run the lights up. Salute to the rec mob. The like button costs you nothing. Run it up. Let's get it.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pays in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
M.Reck TV.
Peace, peace. Salute to the rec mob. We here, man. We here. Okay, we got breaking news. Man, shit getting crazy, okay? With this whole Diddy verdict and all that. But one thing we didn't hear was how the inmates, felt about it. And we're going to go into that right now. Let's get to it. Now, and I need my real ones to call, my real ones that did time and all that, or, shouts to my man Big Al and all that. I know you're going to chime on in. Let's get to it. So reports are saying, let me make it big on the screen, pause. Diddy received standing ovation from other inmates after he beat feds on RICO charges. Interesting. Wow. So let me go into the story. I'll make sure y'all can hear me. Put a thumbs up if y'all can hear me, but I believe y'all can hear me because I see the image on the screen. All right. So it says Sean Diddy Combs received an unexpected show of support from fellow inmates after a jury acquitted him on 3 of 5 federal charges, including the most serious ones: sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. Upon returning to the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center following the partial verdict, inmates reportedly gave him a standing ovation. According to his lawyer, the cell block erupted in applause, with inmates saying, "We never get to see anyone who beats the government," highlighting how rare it is to see someone successful defend themselves in a high-profile federal case. The jury still found Combs guilty of 2 lesser charges, transporting individuals for prosecution, which means he remains in federal custody. Sentencing is set for October 3rd, and he could still face significant prison time despite this. His legal team called the partial acquittal a morale boost, particularly for Black men in the prison system who rarely witness courtroom victories across the federal government. Legal analysts note the verdict was a major blow to prosecutors who spent over a year building the case. Diddy's defense portrayed the win as symbolic, energizing, and not only his legal team, but also those incarcerated around him. His lawyers are expected to appeal the remaining convictions. And then we're going to go into the comments too. I got a lot of comments on the shouts to Rap House. I rock with them. You know what I mean? They very credible source. Run the likes up. Salute to the rec mob. Let's see what you're talking about in the chat room. How you feel about this? The inmates giving Diddy a standing ovation for beating the feds. Man, how you feel about this? I need my real ones to call up. Let me make sure the lines is right and exact. Let me put the number on the screen. I need my man Big Al to call up. I need a lot of people that I know that did some time that be calling up. That's rec mob. Let me see. Let me hit the lines. Make sure the number's on the screen because I got a new number. Yeah, the feds don't lose. So I'm very curious on how they feeling about this Diddy I guess in a sense acquittal, because they wanted him for the most serious crime was the RICO. You dig what I'm saying? Call me up 310-692-9055. All right, the lines is open. Let's get it in quick. But matter of fact, with my brother JR. He's like the co-host of M.Reck TV. Let me get JR on the line. Where JR at? Let me get him in on this joint. What was it? Last week. Let me get JR on the line. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my bro JR on the line. Where he at? There we go. Let's get it, y'all. To the rec mob. Pound that like button. JR, what's the word? All right, hold on Hold on 1 second, real quick. I don't know if you got the alert. Give me 1 second. Oh wow, see, but I'm gonna put you on the game. What's going on in prison with Diddy and all that? All right, real quick. Yeah, let me put you on the game. Hold on 1 second. Let me stop the screen, insert this so the people can hear you. So real quick, Rec Mob, JR, introduce yourself to the people for those that don't know you and let them know where you from, real quick.
Yo, this is JR from the Lower East Side, LES, you heard?
All right. So JR, man, look, this is what's going on. So after Diddy beat his the RICO charges, right?
Yes, sir.
It's been reported that the inmates gave Diddy a standing ovation. How you feel about that?
Oh, that's what's up.
They gave him a standing ovation, man. And they was like, yo, and I'm gonna read the exact quote, what they said. Let me see. They said, "Oh, we never get to see anyone who beats the government." Okay, so that was they gave Diddy a whole party in jail. I heard they, you know what I mean? They get, it wasn't a freak off, but you know what I mean? They gave him pause. You don't want no freak offs in prison. That'd be spooky. Let me hit the
spooky time.
Yeah, let me hit the spooky real quick. That would be spooky. I don't think spooky. Maybe Diddy wanted a prison freak off, but I don't want to hear about no prison freak offs. You heard?
That's crazy though.
Crazy. So JR, man, what's your reaction to the inmates reacting, how they reacting, so to speak?
Well, first off, I think everybody to a degree is happy that Diddy didn't get hit with that RICO. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody should be happy that he didn't get hit with that RICO, because they was trying to set precedents with this case. That they can just throw RICOs, like you know what I'm saying? Like we used to get bubble gum at the store. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a dangerous place for black people ourselves to be in, particularly, wealthy black men.
Correct.
So I think everybody should be happy he beat the RICO. I do think that people are celebrating a little too fast, though.
Break it down.
He got hit with 2 Mann Act charges that carry a sentence up to 10 years apiece. Right? Well, maximum. That's the maximum they can give. All right. So, and from what I heard, he was friendly. The judge was very friendly to him. It seemed like the judge was gonna let him go, and then the prosecutors started, doing their last ditch efforts to throw all the mudslinging. You know what I mean? So the judge kind of reverted and denied his bail. This is everything I picked up on, since we reported, that last time you went live. And so now I'm kind of concerned that they want to try to do some type of an example. Most people think like, oh, this is light, he should get time served. I have strong doubts that he's going to get time served with the way the government got embarrassed and got spanked. So I think, he might get around. I think the judge might give him a good 3 years. I think they're going to want him to serve about close to 5 years. I think that's what's going to end up happening. So, I mean, it still is a celebration when you think about 30 to life. To maybe they're going to have to railroad him for 5 years. But I don't know. And they ruined the man's reputation. But I do think that he deserves a standing O for beating the feds. And he really did beat the feds. I mean, these guys got embarrassed. There's no question about it.
So
they was embarrassed.
Let's do this. How many times did hip hop beat the feds?
And right off the top of my head, twice, right?
No, I think it's 3.
I was
look.
It was 3?
Yeah.
Was it? It was Tupac too, right? It was Tupac.
I'm gonna give it to you. Young Thug. Right?
Thug. Yeah, that's right.
And Murder Inc.
Murder Inc.
Irv Gotti, and then now Diddy. But now
Diddy, because Tupac was state, right? He wasn't the feds.
Yeah, that was state, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So the feds, you know, and we said this before, the feds was targeting hip hop. You dig what I'm saying? You know, for numerous reasons. You know, now the Diddy thing, it has layers to it. We all know that. Salute to all the victims and all that. Hopefully they, you know, get their justice and all that. But we're talking about hip hop right now, because that's another thing, because we got to protect the culture. You know what I mean? Because we are part of this, and it's us. So, you know, this culture has fed a lot of individuals. I'm talking about 10,000s of families, maybe more. You dig what I'm saying?
Facts. That's a fact.
Because you got to think, like, for every, say, like, for instance, for every Irv Gotti, right? Rest in peace. Right? It's probably hundreds of people in his family that he fed. And all the people he gave jobs to, because I know people directly. Salute to Dex Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? People that he employed from Brooklyn that I know. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So,
that's a fact.
So we got to look at it from that standpoint too. A lot of time people get caught up in a lot of other stuff, but it's an attack on the culture. You know what I mean?
This is a big reason why I didn't agree with Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar said, you know, what has hip hop done for black people in over the what is it, the 50 years of hip hop or whatever he was saying. And I just disagreed with that. I was like, you know, that's a good way to tear down something that was created by us. You know what I'm saying? And that did help a lot of people. I mean, it made the most black millionaires out of any, you know what I mean? At any, you know, company or any other job thing that I could think of. So, I mean, like, it made it quick. Young black built millionaires, entrepreneurs, guys building and going into other avenues. You know what I mean? Your Irv Gottis, who then went into, you know, become executive producers and things of that nature, you know, on television. 50 Cent, who did the same thing. You got Jay-Z, who's now working with the NFL, you know, and picking, you know, who's performing on the NFL stage. I mean, you know, that it was unheard of to see black people on that stage year after year after year like we see them right now. That was unheard of. I know people are getting used to it, but I remember growing up, we ain't never seen black people on that stage like that.
That's a fact.
You know,
that's a fact.
You know, unless it was like Michael or Prince, and even that was far and in between. They was like almost 8 years apart from each other.
Come on now.
You know, it was always Billy Bob, or, you know, no offense to them, you know, they was doing their numbers. No offense to them, you know, shout out to them. But I'm just saying, we weren't seeing our people, and we damn sure wasn't seeing hip hop represented. That's a fact. Not
at all, good brother. But yo, JR, thank you. Great assessment. We got a lot of people calling in, but I do want to say this. Did you watch the Deacon Weasel comedy show on the
yeah, I did. Yeah, that was good. I came in late. I didn't watch it live because I had to, you know, to rest up because I had to make a delivery that, you know, the following day. But I definitely caught it, you know, in the middle of the night, and it was definitely good, man.
Okay.
Shout out to Deacon Weasel, by the way. That was definitely lit.
Salute to Deacon Weasel. We're going to do the official virtual reality show where he's going to be on camera. I want to say this before you go. Thank you to JR for sponsoring the Deacon Weasel comedy show on M.Reck TV, powered by M.Reck TV. Salute to you. We got the next one coming. Thank you, JR. Shouts to songs by Alicia. Shouts to Nafisa. It was a lot of people that dropped super chats for Deacon Weasel or dropped the Cash App. So I want to thank them. I'm going to get to all that, but I wanted to shout you out directly and let people know that you sponsored that Deacon Weasel comedy show. And then also you're like the official live host with M.Reck on the M.Reck Lives. JR from the Lower. You heard?
Yo, man, and I don't know. They starting to hate, man. I didn't get. This is the first time I didn't get an alert. I don't know what's up with that. This is the first time, bro, that I never got an alert. Like
they heard me announce that you like the official guest of the M.Reck TV. You feel me? You feel me? They don't want they don't want my man to shine. They don't want my man. Oh, he's shining too hard. You feel me? So that's what's going on. You know how they play.
You know how it go, man. When the hate don't work, they start telling lies.
Come on now, JR. You know
yeah. Listen, man. Peace, M.Reck. Peace, peace, Reck Mob, and peace, SJ. Yo, M.Reck, you keep going, baby. I'm listening now. I'm tuned in.
No doubt, my brother.
Stay up, man.
Stay up, JR. Be safe out there on that road. Salute to all my truckers like JR and songs by Alicia and Jose and everybody that's tuned in the Reck Mob. Tuned into the M.Reck TV Reck Mob. All right? Peace, my brother.
Yo, Reck Mob, y'all be easy, man.
One. Let's get it. The line's on fire. That's my my official co-host when I'm doing these live. Man, JR. Let's get it, man. I need to speak to the streets.
How do you not know how to
Peace.
Hey, Reck, what's up, Reck? This is Wild. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, good brother? Talk to me, man. Let's get it. The line's on fire, but you know, we want to get your assessment, man. Let the people know who you be and where you calling from.
Yeah, this is Squawk on from Jersey.
All right, talk.
Hey, listen. I think with the fans, yeah, he beat them, but at the same aspect, I think what they wanted to do was they wanted to get him on the message. And the reality was they wasn't able to get him because of the statute of limitations had ran out, right?
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, I don't think Cassie really wanted to be on that stand.
Mm.
She didn't want to be on the stand. She didn't want to have nothing to say. She didn't want to have nothing to say. She didn't want to have nothing to do with that. So I understood how it all played out. The Jane Doe, we knew she was mad. We knew she was hating. We knew she was jealous and all that stuff. So that's what they played it the way they supposed to play it. But it backfired on them because they thought everybody was going to come in that courtroom and kick his back in. Mm-hmm. And the reality, they didn't do it. Mm-hmm. They told how much they loved him. And if you watch the closing argument where his lawyer said, listen, it was 808 times where they said they loved this man. 808 times they told this jury how much they loved this man. And it was one of the jury spoke. What he said was, yo, the prosecutor showed us one side of the free roll. The defense team showed us everything. The text message, the prosecutor showed us one side. The defense team showed us everything. And you remember the last day before the verdict, the jury wanted those text messages. The prosecutor fought back, was like, no, let's give them this. And Diddy's defense team said, no, get them everything. And the juror spoke. That was the biggest difference. You can't say one thing, but then when you texting off, you telling him y'all want a freak off. Jane Doe, you was with another celebrity doing a freak off without Diddy. You understand now? And that's the thing where everybody keeps saying, well, and I understand when people say, well, Cassie is just a victim of the message. But all the other stuff, yeah, you were down for this. Come on, you went for Ryan Leslie. This is the thing, too. And I think people forgetting how people are looking at this, the jury. You was with Ryan Leslie. You bounced. You lied to him, and you in Miami with Diddy, right? Whatever happens with Diddy and Cassie, she runs over here to kick Tutty, right? And what happens? She reverts back to Diddy. She wanted a certain lifestyle and money. That was the whole thing with her. It wasn't about nothing else. That's what she wanted. She wanted the lifestyle and she wanted the money, and that's what changed. And when she seen, and when they played it in court, what happened? She got mad. God bless Kim Porter. She got mad when Diddy went up there and said Kim Porter was the love of his life, and that's when she ran out. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a second.
I ain't gonna hold. I got a million people calling, good brother. I just wanted to get a quick assessment. We got to start going.
I got one thing for you. Okay. Right?
Okay.
What did they expect they was with Diddy, those females? Ain't none of y'all going to his home. Y'all going to a hotel. Y'all not meeting the family. What was y'all supposed to expect?
Now you right. Yo, who that? Who that?
That's my little man. He want to play the game. He try to get my credit card on the game so he can play the game.
So handle that bit.
He said it's my responsibility to get somebody. I said yes.
Appreciate you calling, good brother.
All right, yeah,
One. Let's get it. The lines is on fire. Salute to the record while we here. Peace. Peace.
Yo, what up? What up? What up, Sean? What's up? Hey, me, Sean?
Yeah. Who this?
Fresh as hell. What's good with it, Sean?
We need that energy this morning, man. We gotta keep that fresh as hell energy. Come on, man. We gotta keep that.
What is born?
We need
Sean. Yo,
there you go. Let's go.
Hey, yo, check it out. Hey, yo, Sean. When I saw that joint on my on the YouTube, that said, "Oh, Inmate did that." At first, I was mad, son. I was mad. I thought they violated Diddy. But then when I had to rewind, I had to go all the way back, son. Bring that joint back from the beginning. And when you said they gave that brother a standing ovation, words born, I was proud of them, son. Let me tell you why, son. I'm sick and tired of this man act being something that they put on majority black men, son. I don't like that, son. And that, we gotta stop rooting for the fans. Now, unless you do this unto some kids, some old ladies, all right, cool, you deserve that. But something like this, we gotta stand behind our brother Paul and support for what's going on, son. You feel me? Come on, son. And oh yeah, one more before I forget, son. Shout out to one of your listeners for buying 2 bottles of fresh as hell fragrance bottles from me, son. Son came through. And on top of that, he probably listen. On top of that, just because he was from the M.Reck crew, son, I threw him in a free pair of glasses, son.
Wow.
For real, son.
Salute.
So I appreciate your support. So M.Reck, you see how you be talking, man, stuff, how you really support people. Nah, nigga, I'm evidence he really do that, yo. He supporting me, son. Straight like that, son.
Even right now, your name is on the screen. Fresh as hell, 360 on the line. So look, let them know how they can follow you on IG. Maybe you can get some more support for your cologne and whatever else you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
It's born. Check this out. You can hit me up on IG, Fresh as Hell 360, or go to the website. I'm revamping the website right now. Just go on my IG, Fresh as Hell 360. You know what I mean? Now, I gotta warn y'all. When y'all look at my IG, it's real ratchet, son. But don't pay attention to the ratchetness. Look at the story highlights, son. Look at the story highlights. When I go outside the streets of Newark, New Jersey, the side the streets of Manhattan, New York City, and do street interviews, I go up to random strangers, ask them what it smelled like. It smelled like you just finished washing your clothes. It's hot as hell outside. Here you come in the room around mad people smell like fresh, clean laundry. That's why it's called.
So hold on.
How come ain't nobody looking with?
Hold on, Fresh as hell. How come M.Reck ain't got a bottle of that? You know what I'm saying? You getting all this support. You told me before somebody else bought something. So I come.
Yeah, somebody else bought. But before that, somebody else bought something.
I support you, but how come I ain't get one on the house just cause you getting all this free support?
Now watch this, M.Reck. You know I'm a man of my word, son. Send me your P.O. box.
Got you.
Send me your P.O. box, and this week, boom. I'm in New Jersey. You in New York somewhere. You should get
we can look. I can look. This is what we gonna do, man. I'ma hit you on IG, the DM with my PO box, and we do it like that. But also, you know, I like to see Rec Mob. That's why I tell people promote over here at M.Reck TV. You haven't even done a campaign. Just the fact that you was on the phone and you put out your IG and people reached out and supported you, let you know how powerful the platform is. These other niggas can't sell a t-shirt. These other niggas, I don't give a fuck what views they got, whatever it is, subscribers. Nobody is going to invest in these bums on YouTube. It's different over here. It's a whole different kind of wave over here. You feel me? So on that,
and also M.Reck, you a man of your word though. So there's a lot of YouTubers like they just use their audience, but they don't give back to on. You really F with your audience, son. You let people call in, you let people promote, you let people give dialogue. Ain't nobody like M.Reck needs to be protected, son. We gotta protect M.Reck. That's why I was getting on you a couple weeks ago. You make sure these 304s, these Instagram thotties, when they come around, you make sure they sign sign an NDA because if something happened to you, words born, yo, I'm crashing out, son.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what's so crazy, man? I avoid it at all costs, man. I'm telling you, man. The shit that I be doing, I be spinning off these females, man. It be a lot going on. I'm gonna just say that. When I'm in the streets, it's you know what I mean. I be spinning off crazy. Spinning off.
Because all it takes is one girl to say, "Oh, he made me feel uncomfortable. He touched me inappropriately," and next thing is some BS. I don't like that, Sean. I don't like that. Because they always play a victim role. Cassie was not a victim; she was a participant. And now, guess what, M.Reck? All these male escorts, they about to shoot Cassie now, Sean.
Wow. Yo, matter of fact, I did see male escort saying he about to sue Cassie for giving him an STD and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then
all that.
Yeah, and she a minstrel and she forced herself on him. Something to that.
Exactly. Exactly. Now people saying, allegedly. "Oh, come on, son, that's Cassie. Like, come on, like you ain't go through nothing." But no, when you smash a girl and she's on her menstrual, that could be traumatized. I don't care what the girl look like. That's traumatizing. Yeah. If I smash, son, and she ain't tell me, and I turn the lights and it's real bloody, yo, that's pain and suffering. Give me 10 shots, shorty. Give me 10 shots.
Facts. Yo, on that note, look, real quick, I got mad callers, right? We got
Go ahead, get to your call, son.
Real quick. You got supporters that saying, I'm buying some cola. Like, so they reaching out to you. Marcus B, look in the chat room. He wanna buy, I guess, your cologne. Get with him. Y'all holla. Your Marcus B, put your Instagram. Fresh as Hell, put your Instagram in the chat room. Y'all do business.
Fresh as Hell 360 on Instagram. Fresh as Hell 360, just like that, son.
All right. So on that note,
I'm out. Thanks for your support, man. I appreciate that, son.
I appreciate you.
All day. One.
Peace. Let's get it. The line's on fire, y'all. I told you, different over here at M.Reck TV. Even my people, mutual audio caller, even my people that just call up and just put out their IG, they get people, supporting whatever they doing, whatever they selling. So you want to do a campaign at M.Reck TV. That's what I'm saying. Official campaign, M.Reck TV submissions at gmail.com for all business, man. You want your business promoted. You want your cologne promoted. You want your beauty salon promoted, your barbershop, your music, your album, your film. Come to M.Reck TV. Okay. Shouts to the streamboss.com. He been rocking with me for 6 years. Ain't nobody going to be running it up for 6 years with me if it's not beneficial to their brand. Okay. 6 years straight. And matter of fact, we sponsored by the streamboss.com. Call us, state your name and where you calling from. Talk to me.
Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy, come. How you doing?
Good.
Calling from Philly, Southwest Philly.
Oh, Miss Tracy from Philly, Southwest Philly. What's up?
That's Philly. Listen, that wasn't no Rico. That was not a Rico. And let me explain something to you. I got plenty of sons that's been in the feds. What it was, he might be guilty of other things, but not that. He might be guilty of being, but no, he can't be guilty because he told these women what it was from the jail. I'm not no one person man. Okay, yes, he might have bad behaviors in that, but he told you up front. Okay? He told you up front what it was. Now it was up to you whether you want to go through with that. Okay? I'm not saying it's right, but hey, they went for it. Now, when they say hip hop is dead, that's a lie. I told you I'm over half a century half. When Sugar Hill came, when that started, that gave us more outlet, letting people know how creative our culture was. Okay? That's when they start really imitating us. You know, how our swagger, how we wore our hair. Okay? I could go more and more, but let me tell you why I thought about what you were saying when you said the inmates applaud him. You know what that made me think about?
What's that?
O.J. Simpson trial. And the reason why, you want to know, because we always say, we don't have a say. We always wrong in the eyes of the law. Okay? But this young man, The lawyers, I don't like a lot of things they did, but they did prove a case. Yes, he is guilty of a lot of other things. Mm-hmm. But if you're gonna pin RICO on him, then you gotta bring those facts. Mm-hmm. And the gentleman that spoke, like he said, don't talk too fast, because guess why? They're gonna try to get him on some other stuff. If they couldn't get him on what they wanted, they're gonna bring some other stuff up. You watch. I'm not gonna hold you, but that young man is gonna do some time. He's not gonna walk. Not like that.
I hear that. Tracy.
I love you, MTV.
I love you too. I appreciate you. Check out the new show too. So Reckless. The link is in the chat room. Okay. Got a new show.
Okay.
All right.
You got a new show. Okay. Right. Thank you.
All right. Well.
Bye bye.
Rec Mob. Check out the new M.Reck show. So Reckless. On the Viral Network and all that. The line's on fire. We gonna get to these calls, right? But we're gonna do this a minute or less, so hold your breath. We got to start that because there's so many people calling. So caller, state your name, where you calling from. You got a minute or less, so hold your breath. Let's get it, caller.
What's good? What's good? This is young Carla right here by way of Broward County. You know what I'm saying? Much love to the BX. My brothers is all over there. You know, that's my second home. But anyway, I'm gonna say this real quick. The Feds got a 99% conviction rate, my boy. You feel me? So when they come and get you, the case is already wrapped up 9 times out of 10. Second, you can't pay your way out of a Fed case. The Feds ain't concerned with your money; they're concerned with information. Now I say that to say this: when they got Diddy, they got the tapes. Those tapes got prominent politicians, people of power on those tapes, and they can use those tapes to their advantage. We talking about the Feds here. So definitely. I say that to say this: if you a politician, you running, and I got you on a Diddy tape, I could say, look, bro, you ain't finna run today. You ain't about to run this year, because while we got these tapes, we'll put them out on you. So it's about the juice, my boy. When they got him, it was already planned out. Now the rest of it is just a charade for sure. Now Diddy was getting a little too pumped up. They had to pump him down, get the info from him, because he was extolling his power using the tapes. Look, bro, I know what you did in this back room over here. So he was controlling it, but they wanted to control it. So it's more about the information, my boy. They got the information they needed. They're gonna give him a little spanking. They're gonna hit his pockets up a little bit, and he'll be back on the street. Now the only thing about Diddy is on his behalf is that he didn't fold. He didn't start running his mouth. He didn't say, well, I'm gonna tell on this guy, and did the Nino Brown thing on him. You know, he shut up, he took his lick, and he gonna come home. And that's all it is to it, my boy. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. The Feds don't want money, they want information, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You can't pay your way out of a Fed. Fed come get you, 99% conviction rate, you done.
Got you.
So it ain't about and another thing is the proof is in the pudding. RICO is a conglomerate of organized criminal investigation that can't be on with just one person.
Gotcha.
So that already let you know the case was bullshit, my boy.
Right.
So, but slap on the wrist, get the info from them. We're gonna keep this thing going. Now, much love to you, my boy. Keep doing what you're doing. Much success to you.
I appreciate you. Check out the new show. The link in the chat room is called So Reckless on the Viral Network. It's free. All right.
Already.
All right, peace. Let's get it, y'all. Salute to the Rec Mob. Lines on fire. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing people is not talking about. I'm gonna say this, and this is aside from everything else, and homie brought it up, and I was, talking to people on the sidebar about this. Diddy did not throw anybody under the bus. Okay, he didn't throw no other names out there. So from that, I guess that's why he got the standing ovation too from the inmates. You know what I'm saying? Diddy stood 10 toes down, so to speak. You know what I mean? Didn't say a word. So on that note, caller, state your name, where you calling from. You know how that go in jail. Let's get it.
What up, though, M.Reck? You know who it is. What it do?
Janie B, what's the word? Salute. What up?
Salute to you.
What up, though? Talk to me.
You know what? For me, you know where I stand with this. So I'm not even going to go down the road with Cassie and Daphne Joy and Mia.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put this out here to people.
Mm-hmm.
Puff owned a business. He a business owner. He beat up on people that he hired to keep them in line. Any other job that you go to, if the owner beat up his employees, they going to jail. You can't be on both sides of the fence. M.Reck, you can't hire me and then beat me up because I didn't do something.
Oh, nah, I don't get down like that, but I know what you're saying.
I know you would never do that. Like that.
Yeah.
You would never. Look, I'm not putting that out there to put no smut on your name because you know how I feel about you.
Thank you. Appreciate
it. You always been 100, 1,000 far as I'm concerned. I'm just giving people a perspective that they're not even looking at. You can't own a business and then beat people into submission. Even if they don't agree with the girls or what happened with them. What about that lady Chef Don Jordan? She wasn't freaking off. But he kept showing his Johnson to her and then jumped on her because she didn't want to be bothered with him and tell him if it was big or not. What about her? Wow.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of people like that. Tiffany Red, he jumped on her just because she tried to pull Cassie back in the house. Like, I don't agree with some of the stuff that Cassie and the other girl did. But when you say no one time, no means no.
Correct.
I'm not against black men. I got 2 sons of my own. I got 7 brothers of my own. I'm not against, I got a slew of nephews. So black men, for me, it's it. My father has always been a great man to me. But when you wrong, you wrong. And that's regardless of the fact. It just is. I'm not for nobody doing right. I don't care what color you is.
Facts. Look, we got Janie B on the line, repping as always. Great commentary. Make sure you smash the like button. We live on Facebook, YouTube, and
M.Reck, not to cut your wisdom. Months ago, I told you that boy was gonna sue the judge that was allegedly paid off for not doing that DNA with Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, I just saw that too. I saw that. I was gonna go live on that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go live on that later. You know what I mean? I saw that too. I said, let me cover this Diddy thing, and then I'm gonna get to the Jay-Z situation. You know what I'm saying?
But remember, I told you that months ago.
Yeah, you did tell me. That's why. Look, hold on. I don't know why your name is. Hold on. Are you locked in? Hold on, Janie B. I could have sworn I locked you in. I'm not. Okay, yeah, no, I got you right here. You are locked in. How come it didn't pop up? When I do that live, I'm calling you first. You digging what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you was one of the first people that put that out there.
Yeah.
I'm calling you first. All right. So I'll probably go live like in a few hours on that one.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Janie B.
Yeah.
All right. Peace. Let's get it. The lines on fire. We got people calling from overseas. All right. Hold on, caller. All right, run the likes up. We live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Cost you nothing to hit the like button. Where we at on the likes? SJ, you there? Salute to SJ, holding it down.
I'm good.
Where we at on the likes, y'all? Wreck Mob, somebody tell me where we at on the likes, because I'm pretty sure it's not matching the people in the room. We've been live over like 30 minutes. Got 1,600 people in here. So run it up, run it up, run it up. The like button costs you nothing. We giving you this dope content. We letting the people speak freely, as we do always over here at M.Reck TV. And people that call up, they be having cologne and clothes, and they getting their clothes sold just because they on the line with M.Reck. Ain't that different? Ain't that different? So that's why you need to do a campaign with M.Reck, okay? mrecktv submissions at gmail.com. Do official promo campaign with me. So caller, state your name, where you caller from. Let's get it.
What up? This is Obi. I'm calling from London. You hear me?
All right, talk to me, man. Shouts to the whole London.
Just a quick one. Just want to spread my wisdom a little bit. To be honest, I mean, this is all predetermined. Puff Daddy just went through humiliation practice. He spoke to the wrong people, the people, because I'm in London. These people are powerful down there. People sleep on these people in London. I lived in America too. I lived in New York and New Jersey. I moved down here in London like almost a decade now. And people need to understand, we don't run the world. These people run the world. People need to understand this. P did it. When he did that to that guy that owned that liquor shop, they just want to humiliate him, because they know, like the guy, the other caller said, they needed those tapes. They wanted to get the power from his hand. They said, give me that. And we're not going to put you in jail for life or whatever because you might end up squealing or whatever. We kill you. The people are like, oh, well, it's too much. They're going to let them out, like you said, a slap in the wrist, come out, too many names. This is our gatekeepers. People need to understand P. Diddy is not the only one. A lot of these main rappers we love that's up there, they control the thing and they use them to control us. Look at African Bambaataa that go back years ago. They've been in the plan. They've been in the game. We just didn't see it because the social media wasn't out right now. So what I think is going to happen, mark my word, they're going to release P. Diddy if he gets out free. But I don't think P. Diddy will be alive for the next 7 years. They got to totally get rid of him.
No doubt.
That's how these people play the game. They humiliate you, and then they get rid of you. They make you stupid, crazy, so when they get rid of you, you're irrelevant. That's what they did to Michael Jackson. Made him like a pedophile, so when they get rid of him, good riddance. That's what they do. It's a history. So we need to pay attention to that. P. Diddy is like, I don't knock another man or whatever. He's like, he made his money, but he's also part of the game that's controlled by the globalists. So that's what we are.
Understood. I appreciate you calling from London and all that. Let the people know your name again.
Obi.
You spoke on the channel before, right? A few times, right?
Yeah, I called you before. I think a few months ago. Once in a while I hit my wisdom. You know what I mean? Because I listen to you. I don't really be on this thing so much, but you make sense when I hear things because you hit it right on the dot. You know what I mean? And you allow people to speak their mind. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, man. And I need you to do this for me. You see this link that's on the screen? I got a new show called So Reckless, right? And it's on the Viral Network, television network. I need you to watch it. It's free. Just click the link and tell everybody in London, all your Facebook followers and your Instagram followers, and your
don't worry, man. I own a marketing company. Keep doing. Maybe we connect one day. You know what I mean? I'll promote your stuff. You know, being out there like that, but it's different. But we vibe on a different.
All right. So look, email me, man. Let's get it going. Let's get that going, man. Let's get it going. I want to do a whole campaign in London. I want to do a whole campaign worldwide.
I think, bro. To be honest with you, right? I tell a lot of my guys from America. You know, I mean, I lived in Jersey. From North New Jersey. I tell people, come to London is many avenues to make money from what you do, because Europe is different.
Oh,
they have a thirst for America.
Nah,
they have a thirst for America market. So you need to don't just expand where you at.
Oh, no.
Europe, you'd be surprised how they love it.
I got a lot of people that come out here to see me from London and Switzerland. But since you said that, I'm putting that out there. A lot of people just say, yo, Reck, man, I'm from London. I'm from Switzerland, man. I'm in New York. I want to connect with you. I want to invest in all that. Niggas been doing that for years. So that's why I salute, the overseas market.
Nah, for real.
Like
for
London.
Real, you need to come. Why you think some of these old rappers, some of these old rappers, like, the ones we don't hear about, like Bismarcky, that you don't hear about in New York or America no more, they eating in Europe. People love them here. People love this real rap. Now they love this stuff here. So y'all need to cross the border now. But let me leave you, man. Do your thing, brother. I will keep listening though, because I'm doing work. I'm working from home, but I'm listening to you. So keep. I
appreciate
going,
that, man. But send that email to the mrecktv submissions at gmail.com so we can get that market in London with you and your team. All right.
No problem. I'll connect, bro.
I appreciate you. Watch the show. Let the people know out there in London we got the new So Reckless M.Reck show. All right.
Definitely, bro.
Appreciate you. Let's get it, y'all. It's all about promo. I'm gonna show y'all. You gotta be hungry for this. I'm gonna say this. Anybody that's next to me, just go to everybody. You better work like you ain't got nothing in your refrigerator, like you ain't got $1 in your pocket, because I do it. You gotta go crazy with this, okay? Shouts to Deacon Weasel, okay? Let me say this real quick. He did the comedy show, virtual show, audio, held it down for over 40 minutes, smoked your favorite comedian, because these niggas specials is trash on Netflix or whatever. I don't care what name you name. He held it down for 40 minutes, okay, off the top of the head. And salute to all the people that supported him, dropped donations. I broke bread with him. And we coming with another M.Reck TV comedy show. That was something for the 4th of July. We coming with something else. I need everybody that's around me. You gotta be starving, okay? My new thing, I don't even care about nobody money. I want people that's hungry. You want this bad, you gotta want it badder than me, because I act like I never got a view, like I ain't got $1. Okay, that's what we on right now. You know what I mean? We got to get all that diva shit out of here. All that, that Hollywood shit, that shit out of here. Get that shit away from me. I want you to go stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's too much going on over here, and that's how I got here. That's how I stay here. I go hard, even when the content is ass. You see me going, you know, I'm gonna pull up. I'll make something out of nothing. So that's what we on. All right. Salute to the Rec Mob. We here. All right. So when you got people calling me up saying, "Yo, M.Reck, you selling my cologne? You don't even know it." It says a lot to me. That did something to me. So shout out to Fresh as Hell 360. Let's go. Caller, state your name. Where you calling from?
M.Reck, what's up, man? It's CeeLo, and I'm from Florida, man. But I want to get on this Diddy topic. I'm feeling like what a lot of people ain't paying attention to is this man act. This man.
Hold on, bro. Take me off speaker. Take me off the earpiece because your phone sound a little spooky. We want to get you crispy. Bro.
All right. You hear me now?
Much better, because the Rec Mob was about to smoke.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. The Rec Mob was about to smoke you. Say that again. Let's get it.
Yeah. What a lot of people ain't paying attention to, man, is this man act law. You know, it's a 100-year-old law. And to be honest, the only people that they're using this law against is black people with fame and power. They did it to Chuck Berry. They did it to Jack Johnson. They did it to Kelly. And to me, they did it to Diddy. To be honest, I feel like Diddy the victim is anybody the victim. He had money, he had fame, he had power. Let's be honest. Cassie knew what was going on. Jane don't know what was going on. I mean, if it was so bad, why you kept going back? That's where I'm coming from. If you know he's so abusive, he's so crazy in the rain and out of his mind, you kept going back.
No,
I had more than
I hear that. Look, this is what I want to do. I know everybody got smoke for Cassie and all that, and all the other, you know, victims or whatever, right? But we're talking about what's going on in the jails. Let's get to that. Let's stick to the topic. Well,
see, I haven't heard what's going on in the jailhouse situation because I just had hopped on.
Okay, so let me bring you up to speed. So after Diddy beat the RICO charge,
right,
the inmates gave Diddy a standing ovation. They applaud that. You know what I'm saying? So give me your assessment on that. How you feel about that?
I mean, well, you know how the feds work, man. I mean, you keep your mouth closed and you stay 10 toes down. They respect that.
No doubt.
Because don't get me wrong, I think Diddy had enough film and enough people on the videos to tell on anybody to get out. But at the same time, he you know, he was 10 toes down. Yeah. I think he had good lawyers. He beat the case. I mean, you can't do nothing but respect that, man. And that man act, they need to get rid of that, man. You know, that RICO, it was a trash case from the jump. He done wasted New York so much money. And I just feel like that man act law, man, we need to get rid of that law, man. I think all the celebrities need to get together. They need to get rid of that law.
Got you. I appreciate you, good brother. We got 1 million people trying to call. Thank you for your assessment.
Yeah, M.Reck, I appreciate it, brother.
I appreciate you. Well, yo, we got to do these callers. We got to do these calls a minute or less. Every time I say that, y'all still wind up going over 4 minutes. So everybody that's calling, we're doing, because then I'm going to have to do the 30 seconds or less. I'm trying to give y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all got to listen, though. Y'all got to pay attention, follow the rules. You know what I mean? Run the lights up. We got like close to 1,800 people in the building. Okay, in like 40-something minutes. Run it up. Okay, run the lights up on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And let's get it. Let's do these quick. Let's do these calls quick, y'all. Now we got to do the minute or less. My cue, when your time is up, I'm gonna say I ain't gonna hold you. And I gotta go to the next call. No disrespect. Caller, state your name. Where you calling from? Keep it clean.
What's up, Rev? This Jose out of Vegas.
Jose out of Vegas. What's going on, Jose? I want to say this. I want your Diddy assessment, but I want your assessment on the Deacon Weasel show. Because I'm going to say this, because we got to keep it fair. The nigga did great. The brother did great. He kept 140 people in the room, and they was laughing the whole time. And people donated heavy for Deacon Weasel. That's why I was able to take care of him. So let's get your Diddy assessment on the inmates giving him a standing ovation, and let's get your assessment on the Deacon Weasel comedy show. Let's get it.
I think Diddy did his thing in the courtroom. That's all I can say about Diddy. Like the jail stood up and clapped and all that and chanted Diddy when he was going down the hallway. So it is what it is with Diddy. But I woke up to Deacon Weasel. I don't know how they cheered for his ass. I was throwing tomatoes at my phone.
You know you're gonna come and smoke you. You know, a matter of fact, he did smoke you on that.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna get on this. That's why I'm getting on him. I heard Deacon Weasel. I said, man, he ain't funny unless you wake him up out of his sleep. You need to bring the church van up on the stage and wake him up and throw the mic in his head and say, Weasel, get busy.
All right, so the next one, we're going to have like at least y'all going back and forth for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Because I was like, man, where is Weasel? Oh, my God. Did Reck hang up on him and tell him go to sleep and call him back?
Oh, man, you crazy. You going in on Deacon Weasel, man, but we got to keep it.
He already know. I heard the little stuff he was talking about. I said, okay. Reck got it where I can't even call in, but that's all right. I'm gonna put the nail in his casket, though.
Look.
I think he wanted Jerry kids, and you was like, give Weasel a donation.
Hold on.
I'm like, what is he dying or something?
The Rec Mob in the chat room saying, Jose, you a hater, man. They saying Deacon Weasel killed it. I ain't gonna hold you.
I've been trying to put Weasel in his casket from the beginning. Ever since you said, no, let him live, I was like, no. Then you called him, and his answer machine came on talking about he ain't got no friends. I was like, what?
Yeah, look. So look, this is what we're gonna do, Jose. You're gonna sponsor the You're gonna be a part of it. And let's keep this thing going, man. And
I'm gonna give y'all something real, for real.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna hold you to it. Matter of fact, do I got your number locked in? Let me lock you in, bro.
Yeah, lock this one in right here. I got all your numbers. I call you when you at dinner with your people. Like, Jose, I'm at dinner, nigga. What the hell?
Yeah, look, I'm gonna call you up. We're gonna get this next show sponsored. You know what I'm saying? This comedy show sponsored by all my truckers too. Matter of fact, that's what we do, because the truck is sponsored the last one. Where you was at? JR, Songs by Alicia, and a few other people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was asleep, man. I woke up. I was like, damn. I woke on 4th of July, right?
Yeah, 4th of July. Where the hell you was at? And all the truckers holding shit down, sponsoring Weasel. All right, so
because I knew Weasel was gonna be a snooze fest, so I was asleep already.
All right, so look, I'm holler back at you. We got to keep this thing going.
Bring our truckers on. We'll turn up.
All right, say less. We gonna build behind the scenes.
All right, Reck.
All right, peace. Let's get it, man. I ain't gonna front. Deacon Weasel had thousands of views on a comedy special. You know what I mean? I ain't go crazy with the promo, but I did a few lives just mentioning it. Did great, man. And the fact that I'm gonna say this, he's known over here, but the world don't know him. But he did thousands of views, and held it down for 40 minutes. Okay, I watched these so-called top comedians have a whole hour special plus, and shit be trash. And I don't laugh one time. Salute the Weasel, because he had a lot of highlights, and people laughed the whole time. So that's big. We gonna do it again, bigger and better. You want to be a sponsor, you can. All right, email mrecktv submissions at gmail.com, and I'm doing a whole lot of live events, not only comedy. I'm doing hip hop. We're gonna have some live rap battles. We doing it all, even dances. We bringing all the entertainment back. The live shows start here on M.Reck TV, the virtual live shows. I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. All right, and we're gonna do the venues as well. We got the ladies' night coming back. So caller, state your name, where you calling from. Let's get it. Caller, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. My bad. Damn. 614. I didn't hear you. So when you finally answered, let me see. Let me see if I can get him back on the line. Damn. Call back, homie. My bad. Because when you didn't answer, when I mentioned you, I had to go to the next caller. Shouts to T Boomer on the super chat. M.Reck, who is going to hold Diddy accountable? All calls seem to be mad at Cassie and Jane Doe. I mean, I did kind of like address that myself. That's why I was like, I know a lot of people, feel a way towards Cassie and Jane Doe and all that. But, right now we talking about, the inmates reacting to Diddy acquittal on the RICO charges. Peace.
Hello?
Yeah, you live. Was that you that just called?
Yes, I was.
Okay, my bad. Once I didn't hear you when I said, "Are you there?" twice, I had to get to the next caller. You good now?
You all right? You all right?
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I think that man should be knocked up and put in jail. And because of what the crimes he did, he should not be let out in public, because I think he would go back and do it again.
I hear that,
And
man. But before you go, give your name and where you calling from.
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, and what's your name?
And my name's James Williams.
All right, James. Salute. Appreciate you. Let's get it, y'all. We're gonna do this a minute or less. I'm gonna say this. Your time is up. All right. Peace. We doing this a minute or less. Peace. Peace. Caller, you there? All right, next caller. We got to do this fast, y'all. We got to do this fast. We got people calling worldwide, London, Africa, Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? Alaska, Japan. We got people calling worldwide. That's another thing. I am not playing with my brand. My brand is worldwide. Let's not play. I'm on my bullshit. Peace. Peace. Peace.
What's good? What's good?
What's going on, fam? State your name, where you calling from. You got a minute or less, so hold your breath. Let's get it.
Respect. This is JD. I'm calling from LA. I just want to say, bro, it's my first time following the channel, and much respect. I like how you run your program.
Thank you, bro.
But man, I'm disappointed, bro.
Talk.
I'm disappointed because from everything I heard is, when it comes to niggas in jail, in prison, whatever, they don't go for any type of woman beaters or child molesters or any of that. And I know Diddy didn't, he didn't get convicted of nothing crazy like that, but to get a standing ovation from a zesty or to a zesty woman beater, like, we know he's zesty, we know he a woman beater, and we giving him a standing ovation. Like, I'm losing my confidence and my respect for niggas. Like, I thought that it was street justice, like, you know what I'm saying? It was behind the walls. They weren't going for none of that foo-foo shit. But it's obvious that Diddy is a zesty monster. And they giving him a standing ovation. Like, even take away the criminal aspect of it, whatever he was convicted of, bruh is a zesty monster. Why are we giving him a standing ovation? I'm done, bruh. Like, I'm losing my respect for niggas, bruh, to be honest.
All right, I appreciate you tapping in, good brother. Salute.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
make sure you subscribe. All right, watch the new show. The link is in the chat room. So reckless. Let's get it, y'all. Minute or less, so hold your breath. Everybody got a right to their opinion. And that's how we doing it. I'm not playing no more. I'm on a whole new vibe right now. Peace. Peace. I want it better. Peace. Peace.
Yeah, I'm on this live session about Diddy and giving him a standing ovation. Thanks for the respect.
Do me a favor. I don't know if you're on speaker or you on the AirPods. If you could talk directly in the phone, that would be great, man. So we can have you crispy.
Okay, hold on. I'll be a fan. Yeah, wait. Is this better?
Much better. There you go. You sound crispy. You know what I'm saying? But before you switched it up, you sound like Chewbacca. You know what I mean? Respectfully. You know what I mean? But we got you right though. You feel me? Salute. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm just watching this live video. I heard Diddy beat the RICO case, which black men of today's era, we should be proud. That's even happening for us. That's those. He deserved the standing ovation. Regardless of what came to light, what didn't come to light. Truth came to the light. And
all right, my brother. I appreciate you, man. I gotta get to the next caller though. Salute. Make sure you subscribe. All right, salute. Watch the show. So reckless. Respect. Let's get it, man. We gotta get to all these callers, y'all. Just know we gotta get to all these callers. Some of y'all just too long-winded. Let's get it, caller. State your name, where you caller from. You got a minute to hold your breath. Let's get it.
Yeah, my name is Terrence Simmons. I'm calling from Florida.
Okay.
And I'm happy to see Diddy free as a black man in America. I felt like the charges that the government brought against him involving Cassie was just bogus. I felt like the government came after him just because he wanted to start his own black political party, amongst other things. But I also feel like the feds are not done with him, which I hate to say that because I wish personally that they would leave him alone. But I feel like they're probably coming with more charges against him that they didn't include in the indictment. And with a new indictment, like they did to Gotti, Epstein, and others, because they just have unlimited resources to keep coming.
Got you. All right. I appreciate you, fam. Salute. And that was a minute on a dime. Let's get it. Matter of fact, I'm looking at the time. So if I be like, time's up and go to the next caller, you already know. Because sometimes I ain't going to hold you. Niggas just keep talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess they thinking that I'm saying, you know, something different. But nevertheless, go watch that M.Reck TV. M.Reck TV Still Record Show. The link is in the chat room. All right, on the Vira Network. Run it up. Cost you nothing. It's free to watch. Click that link. All right. Peace.
Peace. Top of the morning, M.Reck.
Top of the morning. Who this? Panther, right?
Yeah, you already know.
What's going on? So let's get it. Talk to me.
All right. Yeah, I want to talk about Diddy getting a standing ovation in jail.
Let's get it.
You know, some people don't agree with it, but a lot of people got well, you got to understand about American history when it comes to our people. Now, black men and black women been getting framed in America. Legit black men and women been getting framed in America by the system since we can remember our people. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
And for the brothers in jail, the reason why they giving Diddy a standing ovation because a lot of them know that. A lot of them are in there because they've been falsely accused. So yeah, if we get one up on the system, yeah, they're gonna give a brother a standing ovation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just what it is. Two wrongs will make it right. But I mean, you know, we've been falsely accused for stuff we didn't do. And if Diddy got one up on beating the government, give that brother a standing ovation. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
That's my tap in. You already know.
No doubt. Real quick before you go, somebody in the chat room said Diddy got a standing ovation from the inmates because they wanted some snacks. What you think about that? That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, on some G shit, on some G joint, he been buying the wholesale snacks. From what I heard, he been feeding people in there. He been feeding the brothers in there. I mean, similar to Tory Lanez, but he didn't get the situation like Tory, you know what I mean, got, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he been feeding the brothers. Pause.
Yo, so, Diddy got the snacks going crazy in jail. He got
going crazy in there. I'm telling you.
Everything on Diddy. You got that shit.
Everything. What? That's why he got this. That's why he got the standing ovation. He beat the Rico and he been looking out for brothers. What? You crazy?
I gotta find that. Man. I gotta find that skit. I know you familiar with this. You listen to the Raekwon album, right? Only Built for Cuban Links, the classic album, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Remember when they did the skit when he was like, and I'm gonna have my snacks and all that, and I did, nigga.
Yeah. No, I remember I ain't heard that album in years, bro. But that's a classic. I definitely remember that skit.
Yeah, I'm about to find that audio. Ray did. He altered his voice. And he went into that. He said, "Yeah, and I'm gonna have my snacks and all that." Yeah, I gotta play that real quick.
Yeah, that jail skit. That's a fact.
Shouts to all the inmates on the check-in because they on the check-in. They be listening. You know what I mean? Shouts to everybody that came home. You know, they be on the check-in as well. You know what I mean? Like my man Big Al and a whole bunch of other people, even females. You know what I'm saying? I believe LaDawn. You know what I'm saying? She was the one that called up. She did time, and her man held her down like how Pap held Remy down. She was. You know what I mean? So shouts to LaDawn. Right. So we got a lot of people that's, tuned in that did, time, whether it was federal or state. So salute to them. You know what I mean? And you know how them snacks is like, how can I say, like the snacks is like a steak in jail. You feel me?
That's
so
the golden goose, man.
Yeah. So Diddy got the snacks on Smash. You feel me? So the inmates, they celebrating, you know what I mean? They celebrating with They celebrating the Diddy snacks. Pause.
That's a fact. Unlimited Jack Max. You kidding
Word.
me?
Yeah. So on that note, Panther, I appreciate you. Yeah.
You already know, brother. Absolutely.
All right, peace. Yo, that kind of like he need to brand that. I'm gonna keep that in the cup for me. The Diddy snacks. Wow, that's crazy. That should go crazy in prison. Yeah, that he could probably make $1 billion on that shit. That's crazy. Yo, Diddy, don't run with my shit. I need a check. You know what I'm saying? I need mine. You know what I mean? Peace.
Hello.
Yeah, what's happening, fam?
Hey, what's good, right? This K from Baltimore.
All right.
I just wanted to chime in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of those inmates really just holding a grudge against the feds because they got caught. Not only that, but women too, because some of them got confused about what it's all about. They saw the rented blessings they was getting, and they allowed that illegal business to get out there. The women that'll gossip or whatever. Not only that, but they did a lot of that to impress these women out here. And next thing you know, they got jammed for getting people waking up every day to put them in jail. So I think a lot of them just figuring it out and just holding a grudge. And they not really looking at how simpish Diddy really was. And he's not even free for real. He's still in jail and he's facing more charges possibly coming. So it is what it is. That's just my 2 cents on it.
All right. I appreciate you, King. Salute. Let's get it, y'all. Man, Diddy owe a check. Don't run with the Diddy cakes. Don't run with the Diddy snacks. You got that over here at M.Reck TV. And if you see that happen, because you know the world listen to M.Reck TV, your favorite rapper, actor, everybody. You know what I mean? Your bus driver, your the police. I see everybody. You know what I'm saying? In the street, they salute crazy. They be like, yo, M.Reck, I be driving my truck listening to you. M.Reck, I drive the bus. You know what I mean? With my AirPods on the low listening to you. But caller, state your name, where you caller from. Let's get it.
What's going on, man? It's JR from the lower again. I just called in.
Oh,
yeah, I just called back. I had to tap back in real quick.
Oh, we got my brother JR, man. And I know you know about how it goes down in the feds and the state and all that. They saying, people in the chat room, they giving Diddy the standing ovation because Diddy is supplying the whole jail with snacks and all that. You dig what I'm saying? What you think about it?
Yo, no, I mean, listen, when you in there, if you got bread, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Uh-huh.
But you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna keep everybody happy. But I think they really was applauding them. I told you this earlier because that RICO charge was fugazi. But I just called back in because a lady I called in. I wanted to tap back in with her.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with her overall assessment. I just wanted to add to it.
All right, let's do it.
The bottom line is that American culture in general is black people culture. Think about what America sells. We sell entertainment and we sell music, right? Entertainment, just in general. The biggest entertainers in this country have been black. That's number one. Number two, all music has been created by blacks. If you think about it, you go from blues, which then turned in, you go to jazz, which then turned into blues, which then turned into R&B and the Motown sound, and even country was created by black. So people got to understand, American culture is black people culture in general, and I just wanted to put that out there. And just number two, the reason I don't like to come down on Cassie, and I hope people just hear me out here. When you listen to that case, remember Cassie said she didn't want to participate anymore, and dude threatened to send a tape of virtually her getting trashed out to her moms. So, I just want people to be. I'm happy Sunday didn't catch the RICO because that was just a bogus charge. You know what I'm saying? But we also got to remember, dude wasn't completely, right and exact. That's all I wanted to say. Right? Peace, my dude. And thank you for giving me a little time. I hope I didn't take it up.
Oh no, you good. JR, are you ready for that next Deacon Weasel show? We're gonna probably push it out a few weeks or so, but are you ready for that? For the next one? And this one, you don't care. You know what I mean?
Listen, whenever you say, how I get down, dog.
I already know.
I'm gonna try to help. I'm always here to try to help and support any which way I can. Whatever I can do, I'm always gonna be tapped in to do that. So whenever you drop the word, I'm gonna get with you and let you know, how we gonna give it up.
No doubt, JR. I appreciate you, King. All right, I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, man. Say less, bro.
Say less.
Peace, Wreck Mob, and peace SJ, and peace M.Reck. Keep going, brother.
No doubt, JR. Peace to JR and all my truckers. Wreck Mob. Peace. Let's get it. My brother JR, man, one of my biggest supporters. And he sponsored that Deacon Weasel comedy show, along with songs by Alicia, Nafisa, and a bunch of others. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Wreck Mob. I appreciate y'all. We doing the next one real soon. We're going to have Deacon on camera this time. You know, he had a lot of issues with his phone, so he couldn't get the video thing right, but he still showed up 40 minutes and got busy. Okay, my money is on Deacon Weasel to smoke your favorite comedian. Okay, off the top of the head. I don't care. Let's get it. I don't give a fuck who you name. Okay, I watch these niggas specials. Shit ain't special. Okay, Weasel is special. Anytime a nigga been calling up for 3 years and smoking every time, and then do his own comedy show off the top of the head, that nigga special.
Woke up out of sleep.
Facts, right? Facts, Janie B. Talk to me. Facts.
Listen, he been woke up out of his sleep and killed it. Like in the middle of the night when we was talking about something heavy.
Come on.
Like, so respect to Deacon Weasel. Like, regardless, respect.
But let me know if I'm wilding. These so-called comedians, you know, these professional comedians, they specials ain't special. I've been trying to watch these shits. I didn't get the joke yet. I'm still waiting for the joke. You know what I'm saying?
I would say 90% of them is trash.
Okay. I thought I was bugging. Thank you. But Janie B, what's up? Talk to me.
I called back to tell you, you know he gonna try to put his spin on it. So go ahead and put it out there. You came up with love cakes, love snacks. You know they ain't finna let him do no Diddy nothing.
Yeah. Ooh, you Diddy. See the Wreck Mob and Janie B and M.Reck. Look, you owe us a check. That's all. It's all. Love snacks. That's crazy. But look, I seen some. I think they might not let him run with the Diddy buns, but I seen that pause on that. That's a big pause. But you know, you got the honey buns. They gonna run with the Diddy buns. You feel me?
And he gonna change it to love buns because ain't nobody they not gonna let him profit off of Diddy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
They cannot. That's just like they wouldn't let R. Kelly profit off of certain stuff while he was in there. They not gonna let him profit off of his name. But you cannot ban the word love. So I'm just telling you, he owe you money on love snacks.
Yeah, on love snacks, I need mine. Me and the Wreck Mob, I'm gonna split it with the Wreck Mob. We need ours over here, Diddy. And they saying with those Diddy with those love buns is extra on it, extra glaze on the love. To the Wreck Mob. Look, I mean, we you know we got love for all the victims, but we look and I want to say this because
I'm a victim. I'm a victim.
You're a victim. You're a victim. But I want to say this. Not to cut you off. I want to say this. Look what happened to Young Noble. Rest in peace from the Outlaws. Right, the other day he allegedly killed himself.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. But you know, but mental health is real. Okay, so and they say I gotta get the facts straight, but they say laughing helps with people mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? So over here, you're gonna get a good laugh if you going through it mentally for whatever it is in life, whether you was a victim or whether you got issues in your relationships, whatever, you know, whether you got issues in life in general, your job. You're going to come over here, M.Reck TV, and get you a laugh. We're going to address the serious issues, and we're going to sympathize with the victims, but you're going to get a laugh. That's the difference with it over here, okay?
Can I say something, M.Reck?
Yeah, you got it.
To piggyback off what you're saying about mental health, with this industry, when they do things to these people, they try to make these people seem like they crazy. That's their first line of defense. So nobody will believe them. That guy Jonathan Oddie, they tried to say he was crazy. Orlando Brown, they tried to say he was crazy. Ain't it funny that he been playing that role of crazy up until the point where Puff was locked up? And then it's footage of him looking sane as a bird. Like he's sane. He ain't speaking nothing crazy.
Come on now. That's a fact.
I'm just saying.
Nah,
some of these people just hiding behind it to be safe.
You're right. Nah, Janie B, once again, great assessment. I appreciate you on the
appreciate you even more
on the Love Snacks. The Love Snacks is sponsored by Janie B and the whole Detroit.
run me my money.
You got Mr. Love, whatever your name, run ours. The Rec Mall, we want ours, okay? Courtesy, okay? We just joking, but salute to the Rec Mall. We here to give you a joke. Don't take it too serious. You know what I mean? Life is already serious, all right? Have a good laugh for the day and breathe it out, okay? Breathe in, breathe it out, and everything gonna work out, all right? Janie B, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you more.
All right, peace. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna say this. I know y'all heard it from me. Whoever's Rec Mall, my man. I haven't seen him like 15 years. Got up with him one day. All he did was laugh the whole day with me. He said, "Hold on, I said, yo, Rec, I had 15 years of my life. I ain't laughed so hard in I don't know how long." Okay, let's get it. Peace. Peace to the Rec Mall. Hey, what's happening? Mute your audio if you can.
Oh shit. Okay.
Talk to me.
So this is Bella from Black Cultures Lit TV. So it's given the 90s energy all over again for me. Back in the 90s, we saw this already. We lived this already. The hypermasculinity, the silence around abuse, the DL culture, that hurt everybody. It was too many black men that were told to man up, which meant hide everything, their emotions, their truth, and unfortunately, their actions too. So we ended up with a whole generation of black men doing dirt in the dark, hurting women in private, and protecting each other in public. So it's that same silence, that same sickness, that same refusal to hold each other accountable. And where does that leave us? Black women, it leave us in the same place we've always been, unprotected. So that's my take. I hope it makes it.
Not a problem. I appreciate you. You live. It made it already. You made it.
I'm here?
You here. The world is hearing you. Man. Hold on.
Well, that's my take, y'all.
Real quick, let the world know who you be again, where you calling from.
My name is Bella, and you can follow me on Black Culture is Lit TV. And I'm from Michigan.
All right, Bella, you promoted your brand and all that. You got to do a real campaign over here. It's all good. Email.
I fuck with you. I mess with you.
mrecktv submissions@gmail.com, and we'll do a big campaign for you. All right, for the low.
Okay, I'm down.
Thank you. Peace, Bella.
Peace, y'all.
Let's get it. I want all my ladies who got businesses. Okay, you need that promo. Okay, email me M.Reck TV submissions for your business. We get it lit. Hold on. Peace. What's going on, my brother? You was in the bathroom blasting off? I heard the toilet flush.
Oh, hell no, I'm at work, man.
I thought you was.
No, I'm at work, bro.
You was in the bathroom blasting off. I'm like, damn.
No, man, it's too early for that, brother.
Let's get it. Talk to me, man. You got a minute or less. Hold your breath. Let's get it.
I don't even need that long, bro. I just want to tell you, man, keep making people smile, bro, because we're not guaranteed to wake up the next day. I woke up this morning, I seen one of my good friends that killed this girl and a dude, and I'm very shocked right now. So I just want to say I appreciate the jokes you're giving today, bro, because you really put a smile on my face this morning.
No doubt, man. And what's your name again, good brother? Thank you.
My name Big Papa. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Big Papa, see? Big Papa said exactly what I'm talking about. He needed that laugh, and he wished his man had that laugh before he killed his chick, right? You said his girlfriend, right?
Yeah, right.
See, this is why this M.Reck TV program is so special. This live. Thank you, my brother, Big Papa. You Rec Mob now. You know what I'm saying? Tap into the new
already, brother. I appreciate that, man.
I got a new show called So Reckless. You're gonna laugh at that. It's serious, but it's still some laughs in there. And the link is gonna be in the chat room. It's free. All right.
Already, bro. I'm following you. I listen to you every time I see you on, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Salute. See, that made my day. You know why that made my day? Hold on one second. Hold on. Call him. Mute your audio. Call him. Mute your audio. Hold on. I gotta say why that made my day, because the mental health thing, I'm gonna say this, it's real. And I know for a fact a laugh, a smile helps with the mental health. So if I can do that, you know how many people called up? SJ can attest to this, and Janie B, a lot of them. People called me up, whether it was spooky hours or the M.Reck lives like I'm doing now, and said, M.Reck, you saved my life. You understand what I'm saying? Your show saved my life. So I'm doing my duty. Like I didn't sign up for this. And salute to Parody said M.Reck therapy session. Salute. I didn't sign up to be, a mental health counselor. That's not what I do. That's what SJ do. And she'll put the email for that. But my thing was to just give the people a voice and also bring a balance. Okay? Because we know we deal with a lot in life. But caller, state your name and where you calling from. I just wanted to say that.
Well, my name is Lady J. I love your platform. Thank you for all that you do. I watch you. I just wanted to say about the Diddy piece. I used to work on Rikers Island a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
And so, yeah.
Okay.
Back in like 2000 to 2003 in the SED program, if anybody knows about the SED program, Substance Abuse Intervention Division. But Diddy getting the standing ovation, I think, was deserved from the guys in the house, because most people cop out, right? So most people don't take it to trial, don't look at their life on the line and say, I'm going to take it to trial and I'm going to take my chances. So coming back and knowing that he had his complete life on the line, 30 or better on the line, to the inmates that says, like, yo, we could do this, we could step up. Because I think in the Black community, we've got to stop copping out so much, because we make it easy for them, right? They just tell us, okay, these are your charges, here, we're going to give you 10 years if you take this. And then we take it before we can even get to the point where Diddy got, when they really found out that they didn't really have enough to stick it to him like that. So I think that the standing ovation was actually valid for them and for that moment, but not so much, oh, we know the weirdo charges that you beat, but the fact that you stood up and beat them charges, that's a jail thing,
I appreciate you. Maybe you can give us some more insight here and there on the inner workings of jail, because I got a few people that do that. So that's up to you though.
Sure.
What's your name again?
No, we'd love to. I'm a fly girl, Lady J, Jania. So I do a lot of stuff. So I would love to connect with you.
I'm gonna lock you in, because I gotta start organizing, but I gotta organize my lives so whereas I got my go-to people when there's certain topics. You said fly
for
girl?
Sure. Yep, fly girl.
Okay, and I'm gonna lock you in, and
I'll spell my name out just so you could look me up. Jineea.
Jineea. Jania. Fly girl Jania.
Yeah.
You heard? And when you call
her? New York, New York.
Okay, I hear that. I appreciate you, fly girl Jania. I'm locking you in. That's a fly name too, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you already know. Fly girl's a basketball name though. 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, just so you know.
Oh, word?
We'll talk about it though.
We're gonna talk about it. We got a lot to talk about then. Let's get it. I appreciate you.
For sure.
All right.
All right, you take care.
All right, take care. Peace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna make sure I locked her in. Okay, hold on. Oh, damn, man. It's too many calls. Fly girl Jania, email me your number, because I thought I locked it in. mrecktv submissions at gmail.com. Fly girl Jania, email me your number. You know what I mean? Because you just spoke on, you said you worked at Rikers Island, but I had it locked in. Please email me your info. mrecktv submissions at gmail.com. Fly girl Jania, email me. But caller, state your name. Where you calling from?
Okay, I hear that.
Mute your audio, caller. Caller. You sound low, caller. Why you sound so low, caller?
Sorry, Michigan.
And do me a favor, speak directly in the phone so we can hear you, because you sound very low.
Okay, Michigan.
Okay, and what's your name?
Benice.
Okay. You ready to give your assessment? You live.
Yeah, I was just calling about the mental health.
Okay.
Mental health is mental health is real. You know, I'm going through it myself. I'm just praying for everybody who is going through it to, you know, so that we could beat this and get the help that we really need.
Correct. I'm glad that you called. I appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Man, you see that? You see that? People who got mental health issues calling up. Man, this is one of my best shows, man. I love all my shows, but this right here, I love to help people. And somebody said she sounded like Miss Chalet, Dr. Dre's wife. Miss Chalet got an incredible voice. Turn the lights up. All right. Peace. All right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna probably go live later because I'm on fire. I ain't gonna hold you. Salute to the Rec Mob, man. And I'm gonna end the show on that. With that caller having mental health issues. And yeah, salute to her. I'm gonna end the show with that, man. That's powerful. That's too powerful. So on that note, salute to the Rec Mob. Run it up. Make sure you watch the new show, the M.Reck So Reckless on the Viral Network. Go run it up. I'm gonna put it in the chat room again. It's gonna be in the video description. And I appreciate y'all, and salute to everybody who watched the Deacon Weasel show. Thousands of people showed up for that. Whether they watched it live or they watched the replay, we got the new one coming. And salute to everybody that donated to that, man. That was big for Deacon. Deacon did his thing. Deacon, what you should do, I know he's listening. You should do a play on the Diddy snacks. Everything we talked about, the Diddy buns, all that, the love buns, pause. You should do a reaction to the inmates doing a standing ovation. All right, I'm giving you a play right there, Deacon. Hopefully you listening. All right, that's a play right there. You know what I mean? That should go viral. But a salute to the Rec Mob. We out. Love is love. I appreciate y'all. Look, even my man Rich said Deacon did his thing. This is a fact. And you know, these niggas in comedy is trash. The fun buns, that's crazy. Deacon Weasel, get on your shit. Salute to the Rec Mob. They on their shit. They follow my lead. That's the same way how I smoke Joe Button boots and Young Buck for messing with the fun boys. The Rec Mob, you know what I mean? I started talking about the Diddy snacks. The Rec Mob on they shit. They right behind me. Pause. You know what I'm saying? With the shit. Eyes play. That's how. That's funny as hell. The fun buns. Yo, Diddy, you're a check. If you start running with our shit, we're gonna see you. All right. On that note, we off this. Salute to the Rec Mob. Deacon, where you at, man? You need to be on your A game. You gotta be. Everybody around me has to be on their A game. Okay. A game. Honeycombs. That's fire. Look at that. That is fire. Playing off his last name, Honey. That. Diddy, you owe a check, man. Love, whatever you want to call yourself. I need mines. Me and the Rec Mob, we need ours. On that note, we out of here, man. Love is love. I go live in a little bit. I just want to, get in the shower and, get something to eat. It's lunchtime. And then I go live in like 2 hours or so. All right. I got some breaking news. And I'm gonna hit up Janie B. Janie B, be ready when I call. Deacon Weasel, get on your shit. Everything that everybody said in the chat room about the Diddy snacks and what I said on the live, get on your shit. Play off that, and you come with your shit. Give me a quick 1-minute video on the inmates giving Diddy a standing ovation and break down the reason why, and you know what I'm saying, and play off the whole snack thing and all that. All right. Come on, I need if you gonna be rocking with M.Reck, you gotta be on your shit. Right? You gotta do that shit right away, fast. Give me all I need is like 2 minutes the most. Right? A quick 2 minutes, and people want to see you on camera because that's where we at, my brother. So make sure your phone is crispy, like the other video you sent me with the blue Camaro. We need the phone crispy, your audio crispy. Put it on a tripod. Get that to me ASAP. You got to move like lightning over here. You got to work and you got to be fast. You got to be hungry and fast because, somebody else is. I'm rocking with you. You know what I mean? I'm going to manage you, but you got to be on your shit. Okay? You funny as shit, but you got to be on your shit. That's how, because I'm on my shit crazy. I'm on my shit like I ain't got shit. Oh, I like that slogan. To fuck with me, you got to be on your shit like you ain't got shit. How about that? That's a slogan. That's going on a t-shirt. I'm on my shit like I ain't got shit. Let's get it. And you know, I want to apologize to my ladies for the profanity, but you know, we grown over here. But I do apologize. Salute the brownstone and all that. All right. I need everybody, the rec mob and anybody that's around me, be on your shit like you ain't got shit. That's the only way it's going to work. We gone, y'all. Salute to SJ. Salute to my whole team. Double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm gone. Make sure you watch the rebroadcast and the new show, the So Reckless Show. All right. The link is in the chat room as well as the video description. And we sponsored by the M.Reck TV coin, the M.Reck TV token. All right. You can get that off Coinbase, the app. All right. Go get that M.Reck TV token off the Coinbase app. Go run it up. Y'all make money. I make money. Vice versa. I make money. The rec mob make money. So that's what we doing. The M.Reck TV coin on the Coinbase app. Okay. Go run it up. Okay. I'm telling you now, run it up early. Let's get it. On that note, I'm gone. Peace. Thank you for tuning in. We going live in a few hours. I got some breaking news.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
M.Reck.